welcome. I don't really see any self-improvement gurus talk about this, but it's that once you start talking to your inner self more, that monologue that you have inside of your mind, it will transform your body, your mind, and your life just completely. Boom, that's it. All you have to do is just to listen to me right now and then apply the things I'm going to tell you to absolutely change your life completely. But first, you need to listen out that the monologue that you have inside of your mind will always compel you towards the thing that you always think about. If you always think about games, the only thoughts that go inside of your mind is gonna be games and games. And how to prevent you from actually thinking about games is to play less games. The thing is, once you start thinking about one thing the most, your mind is now occupied to actually help you overcome that or find answers to those stuff. So what your brain does is it thinks of that thing while you're doing something else. It's in that mind, in your mind, just thinking, and then it's gonna compel you to do that. Once you start thinking of one thing all of the time, the conversations and the thoughts that go inside of your mind is gonna be all about that thing. So if you only think about making money and money, business ideas are gonna pop up in your head. Okay, what if I make like a supplement box which is this shape, or what if I do that? What if I offer services? What if I you know you're gonna come up with a lot of different ideas to make money if you always think about money, because that the inner dialogue that you have, or monologue, whatever you want to call it, will always compel you to actually achieve the things that you always think about. If you always think about games, you're gonna be like, okay, once I go home, what strategy should I do for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, or what should I do with my Roblox avatar, those stuff. And what you need to do is just to think about the things that you want to do to get better all of the time. Then your mind will just push you and give you the things to think about. And we often find ourselves in a bad situation, like negative emotions just overtake us mentally and physically, and our mind is always thinking about negative all of the time. This is the time when you have to stand up, throw away all of the distractions that you have, and actually listen to your mind, what your mind has to tell you. What if you're suffering mentally? What if you have other issues that can be fixed to make your life better? This is why I was in a depression, because I wasn't really listening to my mind. I was always distracting myself with video games, with fucking scrolling, and many other fucked up things I used to do in the past. And how I overcame the depression era state of mind is that I started listening to my mind, what it had to tell me, and then I acted on the things that my mind told me to do, which was I started self-improvement, I got in shape, I did that, I did this, and I changed my life completely. If I did it, so can you. And what's holding you back is the thing that you don't really do, which is distracting yourself from talking to yourself by playing video games, by watching movies, by scrolling on your phone, by talking to your friends, or being in a caught up state of trying to achieve more while you're just procrastinating like a motherfucker. So it's pretty funny how I see a lot of people, including myself, that we often tell ourselves, well, we are being productive when we're not. I know it. I know it. So put away your fucking phones, TVs, computers away, and start talking to yourself more. The more you talk to yourself, is more you're gonna understand what kind of person you are, what purpose do you have in life, what do you need to do with your life, what do you like, what do you do, what do you dislike, what do you hate. And if you truly have an understanding of yourself, then you're gonna understand the obstacles that are gonna get in the way of you and your future, and how to overcome them. I've been through many obstacles, roadblocks. I'm only 16 years old, but I've seen many bad things happen to me, right, in life, right? And there's still more to come. And facing those obstacles made me think more and talk to my inner self more, meaning that I figured out those obstacles, I overcame them, and I became better. So can you. It's so easy. Right? All you need to do is just no, don't meditate, don't sit like this. No. Before you go to bed, or when you have free time, just talk to yourself. You don't even need to close your eyes. Just think. One of the recent, conversations that I had with myself was, why am I scared? And I was thinking of answers for it for like in half an hour, and I came to a conclusion that I'm scared of doing certain things because I don't really have a trust in my abilities to actually do that thing. So it took me half an hour to figure that out. I figured out many things in life. I didn't even watch any YouTube videos. I didn't really read any books. But the things that I came conclusion to always came from my mind. Always. Now, I'm not smart. I'm not particularly like the smart person that many people call me to. No. Now, some of you maybe say, "Oh, no one's really watching you." I've heard many people call me smart up, but I'm not. I'm not trying to make myself look egotistical or try to feed my ego. No. Let me tell you one thing. You can find the answers to anything in life just by talking to yourself. There's this one saying that I've read. I think it was today or yesterday. I forgot. It said that once upon a time, humankind used to live with gods, and then humankind didn't really appreciate what God had to say, as in giving them advice, right? And then the gods said, "We cannot really be with you because you don't respect what we say." And then gods loved humans, but the gods were like, "Okay, if the humans are not really listening to what we have to say, we still want to give them advices. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take these advices and we're gonna bury them deep into the ground." Other gods said, "No, person is always gonna dig the ground and probably gonna find those advices." The second one said, "What if we just spread it on the sky?" Other gods said, "No, person will always go to the sky." Third one said, "Let's go and get these advices to the moon." Other gods said, "No, people are always seeking to achieve more and they're gonna find it." And then one of the gods said this: "What if we take those advices, those thought-provoking, advices that can absolutely change one's life, and put it into their hearts?" Because not many people look inside of them because they are always looking outside of them. And all of the gods agreed to it. Well, this might be a little quick, saying, but it absolutely just translates to the real world, because we have all of this information deep into our hearts and our brain. We just don't know it. We just don't really know it. Now, some of you may say, "Oh, that's bullshit." Okay, when was the last time you talked to yourself? When was the last time you figured things out by yourself? No, you're too distracted on that fucking Instagram reels. You're scrolling and looking at those fucking cat reels all of the time. Or it's you who's playing Roblox all day, trying to get more kills, trying to get more levels inside of that video game. Why? Why can't you just talk to yourself more? No, it's too hard. See, the only friend that you're gonna have in life who's not gonna betray you, I hope so, because your mind can absolutely betray you, is yourself. You can control yourself besides other people. Other people can betray you completely, but yourself can betray you as well. But you need to actually make it so that you and your mind are absolutely on the same boat and you're going to the same destination. And you need to actually make your mind your friend and not your enemy. Your body, your friend, not your enemy. And how you understand yourself and how do you understand your future, your struggles, and everything is that you need to talk to yourself. You need to talk to yourself. The reason why I made that pause, because I wanted you to guess it. I wanted you to actually guess what I was trying to say. So take what I've told you and use it, because how I found self-improvement was not through YouTube, but the reason I talked to myself, the reason I started, lifting, not because of that fucking edits or inspiration, motivational videos. No, it was because I truly wanted it deep inside of my heart, because I talked to myself about it. So, anyways, I hope you liked it, and see you next time.